Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Basil Rathbone inviting you to join me beyond the green door. Today's story is about Alfred Porter, a psychic investigator who had dealt successfully with many cases of ghosts and witchcraft. Most of these cases had been fraudulent, but a few had been disturbingly real. Quite naturally, this sort of work led Mr. Porter beyond the green door. Late one evening, Porter heard a sharp knock at his door. He opened it and found a middle-aged couple outside, both trembling with fright. The man said, "Mr. Porter, my wife and I have just had the scare of our lives. We've heard so much about you and your work, we thought perhaps you could help us." This couple had recently purchased an old house. They had moved in that evening and were nearly frightened out of their wits by the sudden, shocking appearance of a ghost. The man had a bad heart. With his wife's help, he had just managed to reach his car. Then he had fled as if the fiends of hell were pursuing them. Porter told the couple he would be glad to go to their house and either expose a fraud or expel a ghost. But the couple were dubious. The man said, "Mr. Porter, I don't think you understand. This ghost is real, and it's dangerous." "Don't worry," Porter said. "I think I know my business." Porter then put certain useful articles in his pocket. The couple was still apprehensive, but they decided to trust him and returned to the house with him. It was nearly midnight when they reached the house. It was a tall, sinister old structure with narrow front windows like a dozen staring eyes. Inside draperies fluttered, and the boards creaked ominously underfoot. Suddenly Porter heard the woman scream. He whirled and saw that her husband had collapsed, clutching his heart. The reason was all too clear. A white and nearly transparent figure was drifting towards them with obvious menace. It was one of the few real ghosts Porter had ever encountered. He was ready, however. Quickly he pulled a curiously shaped charm out of his pocket. The ghost wavered, shrieked in agony, and vanished. Porter turned to the stricken man and loosened his tie. The man's eyes slowly opened. Is it gone?" "It's gone for good," Porter told him. "Thank you," the man whispered, gripping Porter by the arms. "My wife and I couldn't bear it. We couldn't live with that thing in the house." "All in a night's work," Porter said, turning to the woman with a reassuring smile. She was staring at him. There was a strange expression in her face, and for a moment Porter couldn't place it. He looked more closely at the woman's pale face and saw her glowing red eyes and pointed front teeth, saw how the woman moved closer and closer to him as he struggled hopelessly in the man's inhumanly powerful grip. Only at the last horrible moment did Porter realize that her expression was caused by a great and terrible thirst, such as only a vampire can know.